What's y'all boys on, man? It's Mari Chosen back at it with another video, man. In this video, right, we're going to break down the benefits of semen retention, all right? Now, if you don't know what semen retention is the art of not releasing your semen, right? Men and women can practice this, right? And the reason why people do this is they do it for spiritual reasons, maybe religious reasons. Really mainly those two reasons. But there's a lot of benefits and there's a lot of things that happen when you take on this practice. You get what I'm trying to say? If you want, with the year 2026 coming up, if you want to spark a spiritual awakening within you, if you want to become the best version of yourself, if you want to become disciplined, if you want to become focused, right, then this is the practice that you want to practice. You get what I'm trying to say? And in this video, we're going to go over all of the major benefits and all the things that you gain from practicing semen retention, right? And you can still practice semen retention while, having intercourse or getting sexual pleasure from people, but you just don't release your semen. You know what I'm saying? And that might sound cliche, it might sound crazy, but we're gonna break it down, right? We're gonna break down all the benefits. We're gonna break down all the things that will happen to you once you take on this practice, and we're just gonna break it down for you guys, right? So without a further ado, let's get to this video. All right, so the first benefit of semen retention, right, is woman attraction. More women are more drawn to you, more women are more attracted to you, right? So before I decided to take on the active practice in semen retention, getting women, it was never hard for me, but the way that I had to get women was definitely harder compared to when I started retaining my seed, right? So before I was on semen retention, the way that I used to get women is, how normal dudes go and get women. They walk up in the mall, they approach her. They walk up at school, they approach her. They usually have to do the walking up or the engaging, right? But when you start to practice semen retention, it's kind of vice versa. It's kind of the opposite. Women start walking up to you. Women start showing interest into you. Women start staring at you, especially when you're focused on your purpose, right? And the reasoning behind this, I came to my own conclusion and my own opinion based off of practicing this practice. I think it's more of like a evolutionary biology type of thing, right? In my personal opinion, I think it ties into when you're full of semen and you're not releasing your sexual energy, right? A woman is able to pick up on it because her body is basically telling her, like, okay, this is a disciplined man. His seed would basically be the most compatible for us to create healthy offspring. You get what I'm trying to say? Most men are drained. Most men release their sexual energy every single day. Most men don't have a strong seed, right? But once you hold on to this energy, it's like a woman's body basically communicates to her like, okay, this man right here has a strong seed. We want to procreate with him. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think, in my personal opinion, I think it ties more into a biology standpoint when it comes to that. I also think it ties into an energetic standpoint. Women are more intuitive than men. Women feel energy more than men, and women are able to pick up on energy more than men. So when you're holding on to your semen and you're at this high vibration, it's like she's able to pick up on it subconsciously. You know what I'm trying to say? And from personal experience, I've had a lot of experiences with women being attracted to me when I was practicing semen retention. Women would stare at me a lot. The stares kind of would get uncomfortable, really. Women would stare at me a lot. Women would try to talk to me a lot. Definitely, I was getting more attention when I was on semen retention versus to when I was relapsing every single day. And once again, I think it ties more into a biology standpoint of when you have all of this semen built up, it's like her body is telling her that she wants to procreate with you. And I think it ties into an energetic standpoint because everything in the world is energy. Everything is atoms vibrating at a certain vibration, right? when you take on semen retention, when you take on this practice, right, your atoms are vibrating so high, and women can pick up on it subconsciously. So women will definitely be more drawn to you when you practice semen retention. If you're one of those dudes that struggle to get women, it's hard for for you to get the attention of women, things of that nature. If you take on semen retention, if you practice semen retention, I promise you it will be so much easier to get women. I promise. The second benefit of practicing semen retention is increased muscular endurance, right? So if you're one of those guys that, go to the gym and you wake up and you're sore after putting your body through hell in the gym, if you get on semen retention, I promise you there's no such thing as being sore, right? And in my personal opinion, I think this ties into a multitude of standpoints of a lot of people, right? They release their semen every day, multiple times a day on a day-to-day basis, right? Allegedly, busting one nut is equivalent to running 20 miles, right? So if one nut is equivalent to running 20 miles, right? What happens when you keep all of this energy within you? It repairs your body on a biological, emotional, and spiritual standpoint, right? And the proof that I have of this, right, is I remember when I did 560 days of semen retention, and I used to do, I woke up at 4 a.m, right? This was my routine when I was 560 days in, right? Woke up at 4 a.m, ran at 4 a.m, right? After running at 4 a.m, do like 200 push-ups, right? Take my shower, eat my food, go to school, right? I would go to school, I would do like 300 to 400 push-ups in the courtyard, right? Busting them out, crank them out. Not sore at all. Even after doing all those workouts, man, not sore at all, right? Go to class, right? Then I had weightlifting class. Used to push myself in weightlifting class, lifting 135 pounds fucking for 10 reps, multiple reps, benching 185, just going crazy in the gym, right? Boom, right? That's done. Weightlifting's done. Then I would either go to track conditioning, right? Or football conditioning, right? And boom. After all of that, I still was not sore. Everybody else was sore. Everyone else was tired. Everyone else had low energy. But me, man, my muscle endurance was off the chains when I was that much days in on semen retention, right? And once again, I think it ties into the standpoint of one nut is equivalent to running 20 miles. So if you keep all that energy within you, imagine how much more energy you're going to have when you're working out, you know what I'm saying, when you're running. It's like you don't get tired. It's like you're a superhuman. And I remember people used to literally dead ass not even think that I was a human being because of how much energy I had and how much endurance I had. It was out of this world. And I'll add some videos in this video so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
I don't understand how Andrew Tate does 1,000. His favorite part of the day is going home and busting out 100 push-ups. Exactly. That's his favorite part of the day. There's no fucking way. That's his favorite part of the day. Yeah. He's talking about he did 1,000 push-ups 3 days. This nigga is superhuman, bro. This is a peak human right here. I'm saying. I gotta get this. What am I, bro? Bro, no, bro. This is a peak human, bro. You're not real. You're not real. Yeah. Well, I'm not real, bro. It's 7 in the morning. You're busting out 200 push-ups. Hold on. Look at this. Look at what time it is, bro. 7:06 in the morning, and you out here busting out 200 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get them in. Light work. Man, 2024, man.
Y'all said it's gonna be all year. Let's see if y'all really putting that work in, man. 4 in the morning, man. This is where it starts, right here. Come on, man. So that's just a little bit of proof. There's multiple more videos of me doing thousands of push-ups, working out, just really just becoming the best version of myself because I had the muscular endurance and I had the energy to do it because of this practice, right? And then people told me like, oh, you can do those same things while busting nuts. I'm not gonna lie, I really tried, but I personally can't. I personally, in my personal opinion, in my personal perspective and experience, I realize I'm at my peakest energy. I could do the most. I feel the best and I could get the most of my workout when I'm on semen retention. If you can bust nuts every single day and do 2,000 push-ups and run at 4 in the morning, bro, congratulations, family. Congrats for you in your life, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? But it doesn't work for me personally. So that's another benefit of practicing semen retention. So a third benefit to practicing semen retention is you become more physically attractive. Now, both of these videos are, or not videos, both of these pictures are fairly old. The picture of me on the right is from 2022 when I was relapsing every day, when I was in a depressed state of mind, when I basically was just the lowest version of myself, right? And the picture of me on the left was in 2023, I believe, the end of 2023, so 2 years ago, right? And it was when I was working out every single day, running at 4 in the morning, doing push-ups. And I was also practicing something called, or let me not say something called, but I was practicing semen retention, right? And one thing that semen retention does for you, it gives you like this glow. Your skin starts glowing. You know what I'm trying to say? And the reasoning behind this, I'm not 100% sure, but my personal opinion and perspective, it's, to me, in my opinion, is basically like, okay, you're holding on to like this powerful energy within you to the point it just starts like it shows in your skin, it just shows in your muscles, it shows basically everywhere. It makes you more physically attractive, right? And I also think it ties back into the biology standpoint of it makes you more attractive so you can try to go and find a mate, right? So if you're a guy that, oh yeah, another thing, when you're relapsing every single day, once again, it makes you less attractive. You know, your eyes are not as wide or white. Your skin isn't glowing. Like, look at the comparison of my skin on the left and my skin on the right. You get what I'm trying to say? So you become more physically attractive. So if you're a person that wants to become more attractive in 2026, you feel like that you're not that attractive. Well, if you get on semen retention, you run every single morning, you do push-ups, you basically work on yourself every single day. I promise you will become more attractive. It clears your skin up. It makes you more muscular. It just makes you overall more of an attractive person. So get on semen retention and you will become a more attractive person. Another benefit of practicing semen retention is you have more emotional control, right? You think more logically. You're in your right state of mind, right? And the reasoning behind this is when you take on semen retention, right? It's not like when you first start practicing semen retention, you're not going to get these horny urges, right? But besides getting these urges and transmuting it into releasing your seed, you get these urges and you transmute it into making better music, doing push-ups, becoming a better martial artist, whatever hobby that you like to do that benefits you, right? You basically learn that you're not your emotions, and you kind of learn how to be an alchemist. An alchemist is someone that takes one emotion and transmutes it into a positive emotion. You get what I'm trying to say? So the fact that you can control your lower self, right, which is your lustful self, the person that's in your lower chakras. If you're able to control that version of yourself, that means you're going to be able to control, your emotions. You're not going to get mad at every little thing. You're not going to blow up on people because people piss you off. You're not going to go have sex with a girl and move off of a temporary emotion because of lust, right? It basically makes you more in control of your emotions, right? So before you practice semen retention, it's like your emotions controlled you. You get what I'm trying to say? Anytime you seen a girl with a fat ass, you know what I'm saying? You want to go have sex with her. You'll go cheat on your girlfriend to go have sex with a girl that looks good. When you get horny, you'll just not even have sex with a person. You'll just release your seed with your hand on your pillow. You know what I'm saying? You basically have no emotional control. But once you take on this practice, once again, it turns you into an alchemist. It turns you into a person that can turn negative emotions into something that's positive. You get what I'm trying to say? You don't react off of emotions. You react off of logic. You react off of, you actually use your brain. You know what I'm trying to say? So when emotions pop up, like when someone's trying to get you mad or rage bait you or piss you off, you don't really get pissed off. You sit and think like, okay, damn, is this really worth my reaction? You know what I'm trying to say? Because you learn how to control your lower self. If you learn how to control your sexual urges, you can easily control your anger. You can easily control your depression. You can easily control all of these things, right? So being more in control of your emotions makes you more of a masculine man. It makes you more attractive to the right women. The fact that you're able to not get emotional with her when she's in her emotional state. The fact that you can stay calm and comfort her when she's in her emotional state. The fact that you're calm and you're not angry. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, there will be situations where some people play with you and you have to let them know. But you don't have to get out of character to let somebody know not to play with you. You get what I'm trying to say? Your energy will speak for itself on semen retention. You know what I'm saying? You'll be very intimidating to people, right? So, yeah, you learn how to have a lot more emotional control when you take on this practice of semen retention, Because, once again, when you get horny, you don't just react off of that urge. You think things through off of that urge. It ties into also when you get angry, you don't just react off of anger. You think things through before you react off of anger, So, yeah, that's another benefit. So there you have it. Those are 4 major benefits of practicing semen retention. If you want to have a good 2026, if you want to become the best version of yourself, get on this journey. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to knock it before they try it. Just trust me. Try 60 days. If 60 days doesn't work for you, you can go back to releasing your seed if that's what you want to do. Just try 60 days, right? Try this practice and I promise you, you will become a new man. I promise you, if you get on semen retention, you will become a new man and you will become the best version of yourself that you can be in 2026, right? So let's keep improving. Let's become the best versions of ourselves and let's get it, man. It's Mari Chosen. I'm out. Peace.